It looks like it's down, and what I need to do is jack the car up. So, everything's off. Yeah, that's good, that's good. So you can see all the front's done now, all the apron. That was really badly smashed up, the apron on the front. And this wing was particularly bad. We were lucky that we managed to be able to pull it out. And obviously underneath. But it's looking 100% on what it was. I've got to take this grill off. I think this has been moved in transit. There's a little, see that bow in it there? Yeah, I'll have to take that off and just see it there. It's been creased. That one there and that one there. So I'll get that sorted out. But that's all come out really nicely, considering how badly smashed it was. I'm very happy with that. What we're up against here. So you can see, if I take this over here, you can see that's the way the toe board should look flat, because here's a patch in the corner, which I'll try and clean up. But you can see here where the damage is, here on this piece. So I'll take these mounts off. When we cut the floor out, I can then when I put the jig on, I'll see exactly where the bolts line up. And once the floor is, I've released the front part of the floor, I can then move this toe board and get it in line. But I've got quite a bit of work to do in that corner there. So there we are. But it's only the bottom part of the toe board that's damaged, fortunately. The bulkhead looks good. But there we go, that's it inside. Obviously the steering rack's coming off. We're going to put a quick steering rack on, which is a 2.2 turn from left to right. It gives you more precision. But the exhaust is a mess. I mean, I don't know how many welds it's got in it. But also here, it's all caved in here. You can see it's smashed. It's also smashed all the way along here. But they're quite cheap, the mini ones. So there we go. And then obviously I need to get up there and get all that out. And see how we are. The massive difference from the way it was. It's all been done now, body colour. Okay, we've changed the rocker cover. Put a new aluminium radiator in it. And this has got Evans Classic 180 cool in it now, as opposed to water, because they don't use it, they only use it for 3 or 4 months of the year, and it doesn't drop out in the radiator. And the proof of that is my E-Type, which has had it in for 8 years. It's never lost any, and the hoses are as good as the day I put it on. Expensive to initially put in, but I think well worth it. There's two schools of thought. You know, the old school is, well, water and coolant, but the problem is it settles out if you don't use the car. So if it's a classic car and you don't use it regularly, it will drop out. The sediment will go in the bottom of the radiator and it will choke it up. And it creates rust because it's water and steam. And you don't get that problem. It's the pressure drop, I think, for me, apart from the inhibitors in it. But I like the pressure drop is so massive that it really helps the engine, especially an old classic engine. But I think you'd have to agree that's 100% on the way it was. As far as the underneath is concerned, you can see how much nicer it looks now. Obviously we haven't done the back end. The only thing we've done is put the new fuel pump there, mounted it onto this rubber mountings, and obviously it's got the high-low suspension and the gas. So as we go along, you can see that's the new floor here. It's all new floor. I think it's fairly hard to see where it was, but you can see that this is cleaner than that side. But that's where right across there is where it is, and all that was completely replaced. Again, you can see how nice it all is. New steering rack. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. And that came out really well, I think, up there, considering how stoved in that was. It was in pretty poor shape. Tracking's all been done. You can see here it looks really nice on the edges. All that inner wing was stoved in as well. And that heel board, that toe board there was pretty badly damaged, but you can see everything is new. Not everything, but pretty much. So yeah, it was a lot of work. I think that floor's come out really nice, considering. So yeah, very happy with that. I think they should be too, man. I'll put it on the ramp when they come so they can see it for themselves. You can see how bad that was up in there. All done. So yeah, you can see those two little cubby boxes. A nice idea. A lot of work for what it is. But anyway, yeah. Unfortunately, there's a bit of vinyl ripped here. That's obviously when this has been sat down on it, I guess. This has caught the edge of it, which is a shame. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to put a complete wood dash in this, and a wood steering wheel, so it'll be a motor litre steering wheel. I'll probably get him to buy is it KAD? Yeah, KAD quick shifter, because it makes the gear change half the distance. I've got one in my track mini. I'm doing it, but I have to get this thing off now, and but I've been warned that it's very difficult to get off. In fact, Jeremy said he did try it himself, and you can see how he's made quite a bad scratch down there trying to get it off. I don't know if that shows up or not. Yeah, you can see it there. There's quite a few though. I think there's a ding here somewhere. Oh yeah, there's one there. It's had some silver paint put in it. There's another one there. But generally it's in pretty good condition. These are quite good. Unfortunately it's not very good on the other side now because of the hit that it's took. And you can see the filler in it now. Oh, you can see the filler's cracked. I don't put filler in mine. What I do is I lead load them. Some people put mastic in them so that it's a flexible joint. But theoretically, I mean, the scuttle shouldn't be coming away from the wing. I don't know what people's opinion on that, but putting filler in it, you're just asking it to crack. But with lead, I think it looks even nicer. I can show you on my Cooper. But anyway, yeah, so that looks like that's how that comes apart. That's a tube inside there. And then you take this piece and then just lay it down, I suppose. But oh, I see, yeah, there it goes. Seems quite heavy, so I'll get somebody to give me a hand with that to take it off. So as you look from the back of the car now, and look at the new interior compared to the old one, and you look inside, looks so much nicer. It's done really nice. There's vinyl down here, all the way through. There's still some parts in the back of this. There's the new cap on the end. So it looks so much nicer now. Big comparison to what it was, so I wanted to kind of show a before and after. There's still some little jobs to do. Certainly, I need to road test it and put some kilometres on it, make sure nothing's rattling or there's any issues. Check the engine oil again and fluids and so on and so forth. But yeah, pretty pleased with it the way it looks. I think you have to admit that. I'm a bit disappointed with the seats. They really could do with some better padding in them, and we might try and see if we can do that and see how it looks. But I think the interior is far superior to what it was. Okay, so to finish up tonight, I've just glued these in place. They won't be as wide as that, they'll be the same size, but I need to glue them on here first. Sorry, glue them on the base first before I can turn them over, but they'll be the same size. And you can see that's one on there. But that's the full width. You can see it's got to be poked under there. Well, it'll be glued under there, but that's the way it should look. And I think that's much nicer. As I said, that's got to be turned over like this one here, and that will be the width. And basically, it's a ½ centimetre wider than these because there's a bigger thing on it. But that's how it'll look. Put this away. And once this is not screwed down yet, it's got two flat edges on it which have to be screwed down to the base, which will pull this thing down, and you can see it will pull it down into there. This one is the same. This one's got to be screwed down into the corner there, and that should work nice. So yeah, trimming is definitely not, trimming and electrics, definitely not my game. Electrics even more so. I hate electrical work. But yeah, I think once we get it all sorted it'll be nice. So, there we are. So there's a before and after. A lot of work, a lot of hours have gone into it, but I think it shows. I think it shows how much nicer the car is now. You know, as a run around, and you can see it's been well done, it's customised, and it looks the part. I think they'll get a lot of years of enjoyment out of it, and hopefully lots of thumbs up when they're on the road in Croatia. Anyway, as usual, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and I'll catch you in the next update, which will probably be on the XK. And I will do a couple of videos on this when I'm putting some test kilometres on it to make sure everything's good. So be good to each other, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.